So here are the search results for President Obama. The thing is, I know that the people who are responsible for his search results, tend to be very aware of what I'm publishing at all times. And so since he doesn't have the time to really pay attention to everything that I publish and everything that I say and everything that's happening, I mean, they just, I suppose, wait until it's gone on for such a long time and it's just gotten to be more and more horrible all the time that he finally notices, and then they actually have to do something about it. So like this thing, I mean, it's just that's gonna be there until the president has any idea of what's really going on. He glances at it. Maybe every few days, that kind of thing. But mostly he just lets them do whatever it is that they're gonna do. Lets them promote whatever they're gonna promote. They are his responsibility, right? And this is how he's dealing with it, right? Promotion of child porn and this, still threatening Reese Witherspoon, still doing all sorts of stuff. All sorts of things, right? Here's this. Did you know that Zac Efron is still promoting rape? He's still joking about rape, talking about how it's something that women enjoy. Did you know that? And how, are you at all aware of the way that Reese Witherspoon has been getting threatened for months and months and months? Did you know about that? And then here's this. I told the truth. Either you're going to believe me or you're not. You can try to contact that agency that I suggest that you contact, the Internet Crime Agency. They're called IC3. They've been called IC3 since before the conglomerate got started. But you can try to contact them and try to get a copy of the report that I submitted. It was either 2008 or 2009 about all the fake search results that were put up online and everything else I've said about that. And just because I think they were probably people who removed them. And I'm pretty sure it was this guy whose last name was Ford who put them there, or someone who knew him. But but I can't make you do anything. Obviously, you're the president, and I am simply someone whom you have targeted and allowed the world to target. And there's this, this. All right, so let's talk. We can talk about this again for a minute, I guess. Reese Witherspoon. Yeah, I have to say I don't love this so much. But what can Oh, facing fears. That's great. Thanks so much. Yeah. Well, you know what? As far as like me facing my fears. I feel like I've had enough character building activities for one lifetime, and it would really be nice if people would stop imposing them on me, right? I mean, it's one thing, and that's not as, and I don't mean to be rude, I don't mean to be rude. You're not as bad as some of them, but I have to say, when people who do things like participate in the harm of another person, the serious and deliberate and methodical and continued harm of another person, right, for just years and years, and then say, oh well, this is a chance for you to learn how to face your fears and build some character and blah blah blah. I mean, it's not like it's some just random thing that happened to me, like I don't know, an illness of some type, that kind of thing. I mean, it is something that was deliberately inflicted on me, and that's still happening. So I'm not going to go through the entire page say I like this and I don't like that, or any of those things. I'm not going to do that. It's just I'm just letting people know. Why don't they realize it for themselves though? It does get very frustrating. It certainly gets very frustrating. So I do want to talk about this. Zac Efron, and here's the thing, you can read all this stuff, that he's saying about how this obviously is blowing up into its own issue because the president has not stopped supporting this person, hasn't stopped supporting other really evil conglomerate celebrities either, right? I mean, he hasn't stopped doing that. Either he doesn't pay attention or he just doesn't care. But that's what all this is about. I mean, every single one of these, my computer's restarting. Every single one of those search results has to do with Zac Efron promoting the idea that really women actually enjoy being raped, and that is the message of those blog posts. That is entirely a message anyone can get that has really nothing to do with me. On its own, the message is women like being raped. Women like sexual assault. You just have to get that. You just have to give them. You just have to expect that they're going to get into it, even though they're not at first. And that is not the truth. That is not the truth. It is, at times the conglomerate's message. Oh, the conglomerate doesn't care. The conglomerate doesn't care if women enjoy rape or not. Plenty of people who rape do it because they just. This is my. You have to go through all my pictures again because they just like to rape people, and that's all there is to it. And they met plenty of people who enjoy watching women cry, watching women scream, and beg, for them to stop and that kind of thing. They like that stuff. That's why they do it. They wouldn't do it if they didn't like it. They wouldn't, I mean, at a certain point, somebody can in fact get screwed up enough that they like to know that they have hurt someone, right? And so I was thinking about this too. I mean, Zac Efron has been talking about having a cocaine addiction, and I had a question about that. He has been in rehab twice. It is in fact good to try to deal with your problems. If you have an addiction problem, it's good to try to deal with it. Except that, oh, this is great. You planning to sleep with Malia Obama? Is that yet another thing that you plan to do? Because I see that the president, you know, is just not done. Is just not done promoting sexual assault of women and children, right? And anybody who's a dissenter in any way whatsoever. That's great. You know, you're just getting better all the time. I am so glad I started paying attention to you, right? So he's been in rehab for cocaine twice. And here's the thing. It's good to try to deal with your problems, but even just the possession of cocaine is a crime. Buying cocaine is a crime, right? And so how did he, if you go to rehab once, you know, that means what? The thing is, if you go to rehab twice, it means after you were in rehab the first time, you still were using cocaine, right? So, okay, so, you know, it's good try to deal with your problems, except what about all the people who are following Reese Witherspoon around trying to get her or her husband for a DUI? Right? I mean, it's like she can't even leave her house without being followed around by all sorts of people, police officers, also people trying to photograph her, right? Just in the possession of alcohol is legal, you know, if you are of age to have it. And you're not supposed to drink and drive, but who knows even what really happened, right? But as far as cocaine possession, it is illegal to have cocaine, right? And somebody has to have known what it was you were doing. You know, you have to also get it from someone. So there's some sort of dealer that you had to get it from. What? Just nobody noticed that? Nobody noticed that? I mean, it got to the point where you actually decided you had an addiction and you had to go to rehab even the first time, and somehow prior to that, just nobody noticed you had a cocaine addiction. And how long has it been going on for? A year, 2 years, 3 years? Right? And while you've been getting turned into a conglomerate star, and the president is still not done supporting you, right? While he's still not done attacking Reese Witherspoon.